Alright, Theo, so this is how you will snipe. Just listen to me yap for like 10 minutes or so. So this is how you snipe on PC. Now, what you want to do is copy my settings if you really want to. You could also turn up the sensitivity a bit. But this is my settings. You could slow down the video if you wanted to, or pause it. And then here's the audio, the gameplay. This is the hex code. The hex code is the same for the crosshair too. This is for the crosshair. This is the settings for the Swift crosshair. This is the hex color. This is the hex color. Why do I have the pink stuff? Because do not ask me. Do not ask me. It just does not blend into anything. So I can clearly see the people. Yellow is better than pink for the regular crosshair. This is my keybinds. And this is for the account. And this is the entire settings. You don't have to copy this part. You don't. Alright, so for sniping, you just gotta pick a random loadout like this. This is a good loadout. So what I want you to do is first look at a dummy, any dummy in the shooting field, and then aim for its head. And then notice you should one tap it. And you could combine this by pressing your 2 button on your keyboard, allowing you to hold this thing too, or even F, allowing you to do that, or 4, or you could also scroll using your mouse too, or you could also press 2. That is also one thing. Now, the thing that most pros use is, well, generally what I use in Arena is this loadout. So with this, the main idea is I'm just gonna go into private duel. Main idea is, so when you're in Arena, I'm just gonna show you a little thing that you could do. You could press sniper, energy pistol, slingshot, hexagon, revolver, whatever you'd like. This, literally whatever. I recommend not warper. I do not recommend a warper. The thing that I usually use is either this or this. This is kinda meh. But yeah. And then I pick scythe and I pick grappler. Now notice here, so the thing that I always do is quick melee while sliding and jumping. So this is how to bunny hop. You just gotta press F, then you slide, and then you jump immediately. And then now, notice here. Now, just grappler over here. And then you could sight up, and then let's say there's an enemy, you could snipe him. But I don't want you to keep on standing still and sniping them. No, that's extremely horrible. The one thing that I recommend is take a shot, slide, take a shot, do this, and then this, and go back, and then go here, and here. That's how you're not gonna be predictable. But you should always make your Now notice that I've taught you the number 2 thing. Now let's say they are using auto shoot and it misses. You could go this loadout. So the main idea is here, then katana, and then shoot, and then back off. That's the main idea of this loadout. Shoot, or even shoot katana like that. You could also just rush, but I recommend you, if they are using auto, do not get in their line of view. Notice if you go here, it's harder to look there or here. Let's say they're crouched here. They can't see you here. They cannot see you in this window. So you could get onto this window and snipe them when they're looking here to snipe everybody else. Notice when they scope in, they also get this thing. So yeah, they'll probably not see you. So you could definitely just go there. One thing, you could also do a really fun jump type thing once you master movement. You could go to limitless loadout, and if you have flamethrower, you could pick a little bit of docks. You could pick docks, and then you could also pick maybe, let's say, grenade launcher or RPG. For this example, I'm going to use the RPG. I'm better with the RPG. There's also a really good thing for knife too, movement for knife. You could go here and then jump right here. That should get you to do that. And then you can continue with either satchels or even RPG. Notice here I'm kind of chopped right now. Or also, instead of that, you could also just pick this, and instead of this, you could pick this. So let's go here, and then go here, and you fail. So you could go this, and then at some point, if you actually get a line back here, you could actually just shoot a really good trick shot right there. And then if you want to snipe like normal, like in a big map, let's say, I don't know, maybe big crossroads, or maybe big station, I do not recommend the scythe. It is kinda useless unless you're playing burst rifle or assault rifle, anything that's kinda close quarters, this or whatever. But I do not recommend sniper with the scythe on this map unless they're rushers. I recommend either this or this, or even this if you master it. You could hit some clips with this, but yeah, at your level I don't think you could. But let's say you pick fist, which is, well, sometimes what I pick. If you pick fist, or basically any melee, just run here. This is the best peeking spot. But notice if it's a actual 5v5, there could be a mobile player on that roof. So when you get here, you could just keep crouching or do a tiptoe emote, which is kind of troll, and go here and shoot them immediately. There is also other spots to peek. You could also muller them. If it is a 4v4, yeah, you're definitely destroying. I'm just gonna fall off. Let's say you pick the katana. The katana is when you are, well, you want to be safer. as safe as the trowel or the riot shield. You could go here. If there's a mobile, they'll likely be here. You could snipe them right away. If there's also another mobile, they'll probably pick there. And if there's rushers, they'll probably go on the bridge. And you could go that. That's basically it. But here's the thing, if they're rushers, I recommend you do not use the right shield or trowel. I recommend you use the fist. This might sound a little counterintuitive to this thing, but here's the thing, you could press 2 and 1 really quickly, or you could just not do anything like that. If it's a 5v5, you could just line it up and shoot and just backstab. Simple as that. Right, for movement tips, I do not want to see you moving around like this. No. A dude running around like this? Nah. You better look at that part if you're using a right shield. Unless they have warper, of course. If they all warp here, then you gotta look here. They warp like here. No, I guess you just gotta not go here because they're rushing there. You do not want to go there. Alright, for the movement tips, if you have a keyboard like mine, which, per key is not that big, but it's kind of big. Let's open up this cat keyboard. Notice it's like that. I have a keyboard that, if this was real life, it would be that keyboard. It'd be that size, but it'd be just bigger to match the real life size. The only reason I'm able to do this is because I cannot do like this. I can't do straight forward and right. While sliding, I cannot. But here's the thing about that, you cannot slide while strafing like this. You cannot. Well, technically you can, but it is possible. But yeah, it's generally kind of useless. You can't even do it if it's right and forward. So yeah, instead of doing that, you could also just do this. I also recommend you practice with crouching. So this is the place I recommend you train the most, which is definitely arena. It's 100% arena. I usually practice using a certain loadout called bow, daggers, knife, and whatever utility. I don't use the utility. I actually do not use the utility because I get a teeny tiny bit too fast. So usually I slide backwards and then press the space bar mid-air, and when I land, I press crouch. So if you get used to these settings, you should be able to do this consistently. Well, it's kind of not that easy, but yeah, you could do that. And if you can do a wall hop like that and immediately slide backwards, like here, or even here, you're gonna be really good, because with bow, with let's say sniper, daggers, fists, and whatever, you could go here. It's basically the same thing. So yeah, that's some movement tips. And if you want to do the things like this, like the ones in the TikTok clips, the ones like this, the one that I usually do is definitely a fake hyper slide. Looks like a real hyper slide. The thing is that I usually pick Warhorn and then I do this and then wait for my Warhorn to disappear. For that, I recommend for you to just from like here to here practice sliding like normal without even crouching. So mid-air, like middle of this, mid-air, just jump. And if you can just like do it like this, you should be able to add a crouch. So crouch, forward, and then slide. Crouch, forward, slide. Crouch, forward, slide. There's also a tech where you can knife people like this. It's kind of hard and it's mostly luck based. I don't really recommend it, but it's really good for pulling off clips. Also, you could also wall hop here. Kinda hard though. And for other movement techs, well, for sniper training, I recommend you go here. This is also can practice your movement. You go here, you jump once with your dagger, turn on your weapon, hit a headshot, mid-air here, hit a headshot ideally. Well, I'm not the best at this, so yeah, this is just what and I kinda use it sometimes. There's also one like this. You could also do this to practice your tracking. Not only that, this is what I usually do to practice my tracking. I go here, and then I get one of the purple dummies. I stand like here, away from it, and then I turn it. And get closer, get far away, making that I try to not miss shot. I'm trying to get this dummy. So yeah, that's also one. And I'm gonna tell you about some crazy techs that there are in certain maps. Let's start off with dots. This is one of the most infamous ones. You've probably seen it in Phil Hood videos or whatever. So you pick something, literally anything that has fist, default loadout or whatever. But for the sake of this example, I'm just gonna use this. So what you want to do is up onto the roof. Like you can go, you notice this box. You ideally want to be like clear like here. And then you want to smack into this. The line like right there. That's ideally what you need to do. Ideally. go here, and then go here, and just keep on doing this. Eventually, you will do a super jump. It's kind of hard though. It's kind of rare. That, and you can just snipe someone. There's also one here. That, it's simple. You just gotta go to the middle of this. Step 1, step forward, and then just fist, and then slide. It's that simple. There's also many other super jumps. There's the cone super jump, aka the sassy one. You could go here. Or there's also this one. You could also jump like this. There's also this one, but you can also do that for a little bit of speed boost. There's also, don't forget to mention it, there's also a chainsaw one, like this, from around here to around here. So basically you don't immediately use the chainsaw. It would be a tiny bit fast, and you wouldn't be able to control it. So the thing that I found with that jump, if I can actually get up here, can wait to super jump. Now that's a tiny super jump. Like, you could go like really, really high, like a subspace trip line, or even a travel glitch height. You could also super jump like here to hit a headshot. There's also one in station. So the thing about this one, it's kinda not easy. It's not easy. So you can pick this or whatever it is. But for the sake, I'm just gonna pick this and this. So the thing is, just use your secondary or this, your chainsaw, to get up. And then what you wanna do is hold and then go jump. Like from around here to around there. So you hold, but jump, and then shoot them. There's also another super jump here that uses fist. Not chainsaw, but fist. There's also somewhere here. I've seen it once in a Felhood video, but yeah, for the sake of this, I'm using sniper. But now, I saw it using DL. I actually use DL. So I saw to go here. So let's say you want to go up there really quickly. Instead of taking the stairs, you could get here this really faster. Or even faster than that, you could jump using your fist, slide, jump, fist, and then hold spacebar. Then you could quickly switch to your primary and then smack this window. And then if you get lucky, you could jump kinda high. There's also a West Town one where I think use fist. I'm quite sure. So yeah, this is West Town. There's also a super jump here. Loads of super jumps. Could pick this sniper BL. Now what you want to do is get to the red building. This, you see it's brown. It's kind of brown. And the thing that I just did is just a super jump. Just gotta strafe into this, and then if you get lucky, you could get sent high. Then there's two options of this. You could go here which is kind of harder. Not sure how to do it, but the one that I know actually how to do is from here. So basically hold your thing, click melee, and then just jump over the roof. There's also another one, which I'm not quite sure how to do. There's one from here to there, but yeah, I'm not quite sure how to do it. I'm just gonna try it for the sake of it. Yeah. I just assumed you just keep on holding the jump, and yeah, there's also a super jump from here to here. I haven't fully mastered it, I just got lucky with that one. Like that. I'm quite sure you could go here and super jump off this to get a really good sniper shot of there. And don't forget to mention, I think there's more than 3v3s. There's one. Wait, no. Where is it? There's also one iceberg here. Let's just say iceberg. But the thing is, you could go here. You could quickly warp on to one of those tents. Like that tent. You could go there, and then the thing is, you can just fist up and then, yeah, get a good shot on the opponents. Really good shot. Especially if I have good aim. Unlike me, I don't have good aim. Are there any other glitches? You could just throw people. But wait. There's, well, many stuff. But that's basically most of the things I know about Sniper. Well, not everything. There's also an alternative version called the Crossbow. There's also a good map, like Chess Station is definitely my favorite one for Sniper. You could just literally use this loadout and just immediately go and then get some nasty shots. And you could go over here, get some more nasty shots. And if somebody's going up here, and it's a 4v4 or 3v3, you would already end the match. So that's, I think, basically it for what I know about Sniper. So yeah, hopefully this helps you too. I know you definitely do need help, but yeah.